Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Neil.
And we've packed up our home in Glasgow and moved into our cute retro camper van Harmony to travel all over Scotland, exploring the best places to stand up paddle along the way. So come join our adventure as we visit the highlands, islands and everywhere in between on our
SUP
Safari Scotland! Continuing on the final part of the North Coast 500 out of Achmelvig, we drive south to Ullapool and then on through Gairloch to Loch Maree. This morning we're on the shores of Loch Maree, so this is another place that's been on my radar for a wee while now. There's quite a few islands just out from where we are, so that's where we're going to paddle to. So upon these islands apparently there's some of the last remnant Caledonian forest, which is absolutely beautiful. I think mainly Scots pines, probably a lot of other native species as well. Sup Luke, setting up for a couple of drone shots. And Harmony's hiding up there in the trees, having a nice little snooze. So we're out on Loch Maree at the moment. It's pretty still, but yeah, there's still some little cross waves coming across. It's you wouldn't think it with no wind. Clouds have started to cover over.
Here we are on Loch Maree, paddling out to these islands out here. The sun's out, so it's very nice. The water is not quite glassy, but there's a few ripples, but it's pretty flat. It gets black very quickly, so it has that slightly airy look about it. But looking forward to an enjoyable morning out on the water. One of the things to watch out for with some of the darker water lochs are hidden rocks. So obviously with the islands here, you can see there's lots of rocky edges. It's not so much hitting the rocks and falling off being the problem, so much as hitting yourself on the rocks as you fall. So always pays just to keep an eye out for any that might be submerged just slightly out of view. Look at this beautiful island though, these pines, stunning, absolutely stunning.
We've just arrived on a really lovely little sandy beach of one of the islands here. So SUP bloke's over in the background there, he's been playing with the drone. So yeah, it looks like it's probably quite a popular place for people to come and camp. I can see the marks from perhaps canoes or boards of some sort being dragged ashore, and lots of footprints. But yeah, it's just beautiful here. You can still hear traffic from the road, which is a fairly quiet road, but oh my gosh, what a place, eh? It'd be fantastic to come and camp out here. We drive through the spectacular Beinn Eighe, which is the UK's oldest national nature reserve. At just under 48 square kilometres, it is also one of the largest. This nature reserve was set up to protect the largest remnant of ancient Scots pine forests in the Western Highlands.
In the 17th century, these gorgeous trees, along with oaks, were used to fuel iron smelters from which cannons were made. More recently, the pines were made into ammunition boxes for the Second World War. Fortunately, Scottish natural heritage is encouraging the natural reforestation and planting native trees to restore this beautiful, vital natural treasure. You may have picked up that I really love Scots pines. As we headed further south, we decided to travel the circuit into Applecross anti-clockwise, which meant that we climbed through the spectacular Beinn Eighe, which we felt was a good choice. We discovered that there is a parking space where you may spend the night right at the top of the pass with pretty epic views over to Skye. What a spot, huh? The next day we made our way down to Applecross and continued on the coastal route to Shieldag.
So, we're in Applecross. We made it over the hill, or Harmony made it over the hill. So, yeah, big achievement.
Which is worse, the Beinn Eighe or the Takaka Hill?
I think this one's worse, only because it's Takaka Hill's longer and higher, but this one has so much single track, which makes it awkward.
While it's not technically on the North Coast 500, we'd recommend a visit to the really cute town of Plockton, famous for its Scottish palm trees. Yep, you heard that right. Due to the Gulf Stream, which brings tropical waters to Scotland and a mild climate to the area, Cordyline australis, or cabbage palms as they know back in their native home of New Zealand, can be found happily growing in the sea-facing gardens on Loch Maree. As we had a ferry to catch, we quickly added Plockton to our SUP list and headed for the Isle of Skye for the ferry to the Isle of Harris.
If you'd love to keep the videos coming, you can support us by liking, subscribing, clicking notifications, and sharing with your paddleboarding mates. See you next week.